Hello everybody and welcome back to another United States Men's National Team 2021 Gold Cup preview. If you are unfamiliar with the series, we can go all the way back to 2019 when we covered the 2019 Gold Cup, went game by game, match by match, whatever you want to call it, and went over every single fixture the United States played, giving analysis, previewing the team, giving a prediction of the game, and prediction of the starting lineup. So welcome back to another video. We are fresh off another victory against Haiti. Now, we said 2-0 victory. We had Kellen Acosta and Giassi Zardes scoring. I was not at all expecting Sam Vines, the left back, to score a goal. It was just came out of freaking nowhere. They had a good attack during that segment, and then the rest of it just kind of looked like the game was just flowing back and forth. No real scary threats that the United States had other than Gianluca Bustio's wonder strike in the second half. Will we see him in this next game more than when we did this one? Time will tell. I know the crowd in Kansas City was really pushing on to have Gianluca Bustio in that game. Every time he touched the ball, you heard Bustio chant. Every time he did anything, the crowd just cheered really loud. And then he had that insane strike that Sylvester got a hand to. Good Lord. He's going to be fun to watch for the United States for years to come. I hope so anyways. A very fun, exciting player making his first appearance for the United States and making a pretty solid impact on the team. Now, will he start over Jackson Ewell in this next game? Who knows? We'll give you the analysis on what I think will happen there later. But as I said, Sam Vines got the lone goal in this game. Nicholas Giacchini came close to scoring. He hit the post in the second half of the game. He came on for an injured Paul Arriola, who looked like he tweaked his hamstring. I haven't really gotten the full analysis of what he did to his leg. It was right after a bad cross. So my mind, this is kind of bad, but my mind instantly goes, oh, I just played a bad cross. I'm going to act like I'm hurt a little bit. You see this all the time in sports. That's what my mind went to. But he actually got subbed off the pitch. He's had an extensive injury history. It's finally looked like he's back and fully healthy and was ready to make another impact for the United States on the national team. And he gets hurt in like the 14th minute or something like that. So I wish Paul Arriola a speedy recovery. Berhalter loves playing him on that right wing. Up until he got hurt, that right wing spot was on lock for Paul Arriola. And now I think it's hard to say otherwise that it's not locked by Giovanni Reyna at this point in time. But again, speedy recovery for Paul Arriola. We'll see how they fill that hole in this game against Martinique. But the United States as a whole, not very exciting game, pretty boring game, pretty even stats throughout the entirety of the game. Yeah, there's just not a lot really to talk about in this game. It was a very boring game, but, all that matters is the dub. It's the group stage. All that matters is a win. You got the 3 points, and now you're a joint top of the group with Canada, even though they're up on goal difference right now. But yeah, nothing to really say about the game. Nothing was too disappointing. It was about what we expected. A 2-0 victory is what I predicted. It ended up being 1-0. As far as the starting lineup goes in that game, nothing really surprised me other than the fact that Reggie Cannon was not in the lineup, but that goes down to a hamstring injury that I guess he had the day before the game. I saw a report that Reggie Cannon thought he was starting up until the day before the game, and then Shaq Moore was starting, and fair play to Shaq Moore, put in a man-of-the-match performance, set up the goal for Sam Vines. It was crossed in by Shaq Moore, Giassi Zardes flicked it on, and Sam Vines headed it home. And congratulations to Giassi Zardes as well, second fastest player in United States Men's National Team history to reach 10-plus goals and 10-plus assists, only behind the great Landon Donovan. So congratulations to him. All in all, I'm going to keep saying this because this is all it really was, a win. And that's all that really matters in the group stage. You got the dub against the team you should beat. I know a lot of people will look at it and go, oh, you only beat Haiti 1-0. But this is not a slouch team. All that matters, again, I'm going to just keep repeating myself. The United States got the dub. And now they're going up against facing Martinique, who are going to be, I would expect, motivated. Back-to-back Gold Cups. Martinique has lost to Canada by a combined score, if I'm remembering this right, 8-1. They're going to be motivated going into this game. And I think the United States should be able to handle Martinique. And Martinique shocked a lot of people by striking first against Canada last night. Now, it was a weird goal, to say the least, but Emmanuel Riviere got the goal in the game. You might remember him from playing at Monaco and Newcastle United. I remember mostly from playing with Newcastle United. But 3 caps, 2 goals, got one last night. And you saw the switch flick for Canada right after that goal went in because 6 minutes later, Kyle Larin snuck home a goal and Canada was off and running, winning the game 4-1. But Riviere is the big main guy for Martinique, even though he only has 3 appearances at this point in time. But he played a lot of games for the underage France teams, so he's experienced on the international level. Not necessarily at the senior level, but international level nonetheless. Another key player for Martinique is Stefan Abal. I apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. He has the most goals out of all the current players in the Martinique squad. 9 goals, 55 caps. He started up top with Riviere in this game. Then you've also got the likes of Kevin Fortune. He's got experience playing over France, much like Emmanuel Riviere, has 5 caps and 1 goal to his name for Martinique. He started the last game on the wing. To me, these are the 3 main focus points, I believe, for the United States. The 3 people they should zero in on if they want to handle Martinique like everybody expects them to. They should easily beat Martinique. For this game for the United States, the starting 11, I don't know if we'll see a ton of changes. Now, there's going to be some, as according to injuries. I've got a few mystery boxes in there. Maybe. I don't think this might not exactly happen. He might keep it a lot more similar to what I'm giving him credit for. But there's one thing I saw at the end of this game against Haiti that I think he might want to do in this next game that I think would be very interesting. So starting off in net, Matt Turner. He's not leaving net anytime soon. Unless he gets hurt, Matt Turner will be the starting goalie for the United States. And on the back line, they did switch to a back 3 at the end of the game. James Sands came on for Shaq Moore, and they switched to a more back 3. I don't think they'll do that again. I still think they'll stick with the back 4, and we'll go from left to end on right back because there's some question marks regarding that position, more so than what we thought at the beginning of the tournament. So Sam Vines starting at left back again. He got caught out a couple times defensively, but he scored the goal. He's starting at left back. Miles Robinson, Walker Zimmerman, they'll start again at the center back spots. Did nothing wrong. Didn't really get tested all that much. They're pretty much locked in for almost every game this tournament. I'd be pretty surprised if they ever got pulled from those starting center back positions. And then at right back, I know Reggie Cannon is the superior right back at this point in time, but coming off an injury, I find it hard to believe he'd leave Shaq Moore at this point in time. Shaq Moore was the man of the match against Haiti in their last game. Can you really bench him, especially if Cannon's coming off an injury? Why not run Shaq Moore there again? So I think that back line should stay the exact same as it did in the last game, even though Reggie Cannon on the depth chart would be ranked higher than Shaq Moore. But you can't bench Shaq Moore after that performance. You can't really justify it. Now, if Shaq Moore didn't play very well, I would fully expect Greg Berhalter to throw Reggie Cannon back in the starting lineup. But since Reggie Cannon's got the injury, Shaq Moore played very well, Shaq Moore should start. So the back line and goalkeeper are the exact same from the game against Haiti, and though it hurts me to say, I think the midfield will stay the exact same as well. Jackson Ewell sitting as that number 6, didn't do a lot of amazing things. Stuart Holden said it was his best game for the United States to date. Not a very exciting player, not going to push things forward that often for the U.S., but that's what Sebastian Lletget and Kellen Acosta are for. 2 very creative players who are over almost every single free kick for the United States. Lletget over all of them because he was the captain on the night, and we got that exactly right. Now, I would be kind of surprised if he kept the captaincy again just on Berhalter's his pattern of naming captains. We talked about this in the last preview, about how he doesn't really name consecutive captains like that. So I would expect Walker Zimmerman to be the captain in this next game, but I wouldn't be surprised Lletget was the captain again, showing how much Berhalter does like him and has the ability to play all over the field. It makes sense to keep him as the captain, but just with Berhalter's pattern of naming captains, I think it will go to Zimmerman. Just how I'm feeling right now, but I think the midfield will stay the same. That's not going to make any fans happy. Fans are going to want to see Gianluca Busio start this game. I rate Gianluca Busio higher than Jackson Ewell, but Jackson Ewell's a lot safer player. He's more experienced in regards to the national team, so I don't expect that to change right now. But hey, again, like I said with Shaq Moore, this is a game they should win. So if you want to test things like that, this could be a perfect game to play Busio as at number 6. I hope it happens. Do I think it will happen? Not necessarily. But I think it would be really cool if it did. A midfield of Busio, Kellen Acosta, and Sebastian Lletget. Whew, that is a nice midfield. Get some fans excited, because there's not a lot of fans excited looking at this squad, and rightfully so. We talked about that in the first one. It's more of a C+ to a B- squad, but this is a squad that's going to build the rest of the team for the 2022 World Cup. We know the big players for the United States. Now we need to know the role players. That's what this tournament is for. So you're going to have to get used to seeing these types of players. Even though they don't make a lot of the fans happy, you got to build a squad. This is what this tournament is for. And I hope Busio can take over at that number 6 position by the time this tournament is over. And then going forward, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Now, Paul Arriola is obviously out injured, or I'm expecting him to be out injured. I don't know if he's going to be out this game, but coming off in the 14th minute like that, I would think he wouldn't start this game. I'd be pretty surprised if he did, but I won't rule anything out yet. Until I see the lineup, I won't rule out Paul Arriola starting. But right now, I think Nicholas Giacchini will start on that right wing. Looked kind of uncomfortable at times, but he did have that shot that went off the post, cutting in off his left foot. Bigger player, looked kind of odd playing on the wing, but he can play there. The United States wing depth is not great. Arriola and Jonathan Lewis are really the only 2 real wingers the United States have on this current squad. Like Hoppy, Giacchini, DK, Zardes, I already said Hoppy, but those guys are all strikers. They're not wingers. But you're going to have to experiment a little more with this type of team. And on that left wing, I think they might do a little experiment here. At the end of the game against Haiti, you saw Daryl DK come on and Giassi Zardes switch over to the left. Now, this might have surprised some people a little bit, but Giassi Zardes came through the national team as a left winger. So he has a lot of experience playing that position, even though he's a more naturalized center forward now. He does have experience playing on the wing, and I think he could totally do it again. Jonathan Lewis didn't do a lot on that left wing. He didn't do a lot, like, terrible, but he just didn't do a lot of anything. So I think to switch it up a little bit and be a little bit more creative, because, again, this is a game you can do that. This is a team that the United States should beat fairly handily. I don't think this will be a game like Haiti, where it'll be tough, where Haiti will be pushing forward a lot. They should beat Martinique fairly handily. If you want to test things, like Zardes playing on left wing, this is a game to do it. Now, if he wants to keep Jonathan Lewis there on the left wing with the speed he has, not a lot of end product, but the speed he has, I could see him sticking with it. But personally, I'm going more of what I would do at this point than what I think Berhalter would do. My gut says that Jonathan Lewis will start, but I think he should start Zardes there. So Daryl DK can be the main number 9 for the United States in this game. Big-bodied dude, can beat up defenders left, right, and center. Like we said, he's the most informed striker the United States has at this point in time. Would love to see him play as the number 9. It'd be a very weird and wonky front 3, but hey, this is a game you can do that. I just sound like a broken record at this point, because that's just the truth of it. You can test these things. But wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan Lewis did start on that left wing. Maybe we see it like a Matthew Hoppy introduced to the team. Maybe Greg Berhalter switches up the team entirely and plays a back 3 or back 5 with a midfield 3 and DK and Zardes up top. So like for an alternate lineup, let's just go Matt Turner in goal. We'll go with Zimmerman, Robinson, and Sands at center back. Shaq Moore at wing back. Sam Vines the other one. The midfield 3 is the exact same with DK and Zardes up top. I mean, he could definitely do that. He's played in a back 3 before. Now it was a 3-4-3 or 5-2-3, however you want to look at it. But he's done a back 5 before. So would he do that this time? I don't know. He could. I'm not going to rule it out for the United States. I would still go with the 4-4-3 or 4-3-3, and that's my lineup. The 4-3-3 with Turner in goal, Sam Vines at left back, Shaq Moore keeping his spot at right back, Zimmerman and Robinson at center back, midfield 3 of Jackson Ewell, Sebastian Lletget, and Kellen Acosta, and then a front 3, a wonky front 3, but a front 3 nonetheless, of Nicholas Giacchini, Daryl DK at striker, and Giassi Zardes up top. Now, for the game as a whole, again, I expect the United States to handle them. I'm going to go with a nice 3-0 victory over Martinique. I'm going to go with a goal for Daryl DK. Giassi Zardes getting a goal in this game. And for a shocking goal, I'm going to go with a Walker Zimmerman header. So 3-0, United States. Top of the group after this, after I think Haiti and Canada will tie. But Canada looked very good against Martinique. Kyle Larin looked good. They are without Alphonso Davies, who's out right before the tournament started, which was a surprise to everybody. But he has an ankle injury, so he is withdrawn from the squad. But yeah, I think Canada and Haiti will probably end in a draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw for Canada and Haiti. The United States goes top of the group after this game, with then going to a final game in Kansas City on the 18th against Canada. A very exciting game, and I have got the tickets for the game. I talked about that I wanted to go, and we are going. the United States versus Canada game on Sunday. That'll be very exciting. But yeah, got to get through Martinique first. 3-0's the score prediction. United States should handle them. If they don't, I'll be disappointed. Anything really less of 3-0, I'll be kind of upset. I mean, Canada's just beat them 3-0, and the United States is a better team than Canada does. So I'm expect or beat them 4-0. They beat them by 4-1. They beat them by 3. The United States should beat them by 3. So that's my prediction for this game. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next preview. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, go and follow Logan Blackman Show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The link will be down in the description below. Go follow me on all forms of social media as well. Those will also be down in the description. Let me know what your score prediction is down below as well. And I will see you all for the United States v. Canada in the last game of the group stage. Peace.